The reload animations in Team Fortress 2 suck. One of the worst reload animations in Team Fortress 2 has to be the revolver, so I'm going to start with that one. The empty bullet casings disappeared from the cylinder and then reloaded. In my version of this reload animation, I animated the bullets being ejected from the revolver, with the gun being reloaded with a speed loader, which I had to model because the weapon model didn't have the original speed loader. The revolver doesn't appear to have any weight in the actual animation, so I added some shaking to the gun. The reload animation was finally complete. It was pretty easy and fast. The second weapon that needed to be fixed was the pistol. The reload animation for the pistol has errors, like the empty magazine not being ejected and a new magazine not having any bullets in it. In my animation, I added a magazine being ejected from the weapon, which was then reloaded with a new magazine with a bullet that I had to model. The pistol is very large and made of metal, so the barrel should vibrate once the slide goes forward. The pistol animation is complete. The scattergun Team Fortress 2 is another weapon that has terrible reload animations. The gun had very large proportions, which made it harder to position the hands and arms. I made the lever a different object and added the pivot point to the correct spot where it would be moving up and down from, which is how actual lever action works. Then I made the ejection port into an object because that is where the shells are ejected, and in the game it is not really moving. The scout doesn't load any new shells into the magazine, which doesn't make any sense. I had to actually model this new part on the gun. After a few days of animating, I actually managed to get a decent reload animation done. Yeah, it's very hard to animate hands, which is why I went back to Blender to fix some of the issues with this animation. So here's the actual final result. The shotgun from Team Fortress 2 is another weapon that needs a better reload animation. However, I was unable to properly animate the gun because it was missing some important shit. The ejection port and whatever this is, the vagina, I had to make them objects so I can actually start animating. I started with getting a basic animation of firing and reloading before I added details. I forgot how hard it is to animate fingers. Once I completed my base animation for the reload, I began adding more details like small shaking to simulate realistic physics and to add some weight to the weapon. The reload had to feel like you're actually holding an actual shotgun. The most irritating issue with the normal animation is that the shotgun shell is ejected from the wrong side. I animated the ejection port to move whenever the shotgun pump is moved. I ran into some issues with the shotgun shells being parented to the gun, so I had to hand animate the shell staying inside the ejection port. It didn't really bother me that much, and I was able to finally complete the first render for the animation. Here's the final render for the reload animation. The grenade launcher TF2 is another weapon with reload animations made by lazy developers. The demo man doesn't even remove the casings, and the weapon looks very light when it should be heavy. In my grenade launcher reload animation, I added a part where a grenade round is ejected from the grenade launcher. The demo man struggles to insert a grenade into his gun, so I improved the animation for that part. For the last detail in the animation, I gave the grenade launcher shaking when the gun is opened, simulating how heavy it would be to operate. The improved grenade launcher animation has been completed. There's one last reload animation for Team Fortress 2 that kinda pisses me off. The engineer's widowmaker shotgun does not reload at all. Ammunition somehow teleports inside of the gun anytime you do damage to someone. I added some details like the magazine getting stuck and the character has to pull it out and put it back in. Here's the final animation. That's pretty much it for this video. Let me know if you guys want me to do some more reload animations for Team Fortress 2. Okay, bye.
I can see them everywhere. I can